So this is the Rising Star mode, and I just wanted to share with you guys my character and, you know, how I did this. I never really played this too often. I mean, I didn't really get into it. I just played it very shortly, and I gave my man a little afro. When the game first came out, I didn't really try to experience the mode. I didn't dive into it enough. But let's just give you guys a quick game. I just want to show you guys how, you know, a little bit about what I do and how I am in this game. This is my player. How my player looks. My tattoos. All that good stuff. And I like how I can select a bunch of different types of shoes right out the gate. And in this we have my play style as a slasher, 6'4" point guard, 205 pounds. These are my basic stats and abilities. And I haven't really played much. I've only played a little bit of this game or this mode, probably 1 or 2 games a long time ago. I didn't really put a lot of emphasis on it because it didn't really interest me. It wasn't enough to do, in my opinion, initially. So let's try to pick up where I left off and see what some of the things I can do. I like this, how I can change my jersey before each game, so I don't have to wear the same jersey all year long. In fact, I can change my opponent's jersey as well, mix things up a bit, make Charlotte wear their alternate jerseys as well. I am the starting point guard alongside J.R. Smith and Carmelo Anthony.
And it's all part of ESPN on EA Sports. Charlotte Hornets are set to face off against the New York Knicks. ESPN's #1 NBA commentary team is ready with the call.
Welcome to Madison Square Garden in New York. It's an NBA Sunday night brought to you by ESPN on EA Sports as we get set for the first of 4 meetings this season between the New York Knicks and the Charlotte Hornets. All right, as this game gets underway, what's the key to success for New York here tonight?
You better account for Kemba Walker in your pregame planning because I love his winning.
So here we are at the tip-off.
This is a small point guard, but he is competitive.
I am starting on the New York Knicks. They are not a very good team.
The tip and the game underway.
But with me on this team with Carmelo Anthony, I could be wrong.
The Knicks, coming off a tough loss in their previous game against Cleveland, they struggled with their perimeter defense.
Give me that screen.
Three-pointers.
One effort defense.
Mid-range jump shot is excellent release, and I get a great release. And we go up on the scoreboard.
In their last loss.
To my knowledge, you can't change the difficulty, so I don't know what difficulty it's on. It's probably just on pro or whatever the medium difficulty might be.
It's got to be one thing to the next. And
that's my fault.
So important when you're guarding the 3.
For a loss in their previous game against Memphis, by all accounts, their defense.
See that pass right there? I'm hoping the passing
bad defense
at least just looks better in NBA Live 16 because the passing in this game, it looks crazy. There's a lot of really quick passes.
Smith jumper. Jefferson the rebound.
Oh, look at that steal. Reset. There we go. Look at that swift pass. Oh, yeah. Run this back again. Here comes Dallin Birdie. Comes across the middle. And right there, I do a nice pass. And see, that's the wrong animation for that kind of pass. Again, you know, that's the kind of pass you would do around the defender. You don't have to pass around the defender. You just have to pass straight to him. It just looked kind of weird for him to come off his wrist like that. But I mean, those are the kind of animations that I see in NBA Live that could be adjusted. You know, Dallin Bird finishes really strong with the contact. Really, NBA Live is just suffering from some weird animations. That's really what it is. The frame rate, things like that. Not enough movement. Right there. That's a swift pass. Come on, you got to go up with that.
Falling away, gets it up. Jumper.
See, he should have shot it as soon as he received it.
That's a tough shot right there. Solid team defense forcing the miss.
Good defense. Throw that mess out of here. Keep going. I'm throwing up an alley-oop. Oh, yeah. Again, I don't know what difficulty this is on, so I'm just playing.
Stevenson draws the double.
out a whole lot of movement. And I'm not talking about my team. I'm talking about their team. That's got to be a steal. Good block. I see a man going to the rim. That's Smith. Ooh, that's not Smith. That's Stoudemire. Mari he was kind of jogging down the court. Right here, he calls for it. I throw it up. He beats the defenders. Gets his body squared in front of him. Look how he catches the ball. Just hang on the rim. That's tight right there. Maybe I can then call a play for him, like isolation. Oh, look at that. And see, that's another, look at that. I think that's their ball, turnover. Here's that jump again. This is what I was saying in the game, the Cleveland game. Right here. That's the wrong animation for this jump right here. Like, why would you jump like that? I mean, he's got his momentum going forward, and he turns himself sideways. I don't like that jump. I think that's the wrong animation for that kind of jump. And then he gets blocked, and the ball bounces off his own head. I think that's, oh, it's off of it. Look at this, it's off his knee.
Walker brings it across. It's a loose ball.
Oh, look at that steal. Gotta hit Melo. And see, that was a very weird finish. It didn't seem like there was a lot of weight that carried him forward, so it didn't seem very smooth. But it was still a good finish. He still got the bucket.
At the rim.
See, again, that wasn't a bad play, but just the animation looked kind of weird. Like, why would a big center do that? Not saying that that kind of stuff doesn't happen in 2K, but what happens in 2K looks even weirder in live. I like this feedback. Right here it says the good, very unselfish, strong court vision, nice job stealing the ball. Don't let my man score, and they tell me about my opportunities. Keep moving without the ball. Get to the free throw line. And I have to make sure I time my releases better. So this is pretty good so far. Okay, we got a quick isolation, but that's not what I wanted. Oh, look at Melo! Good finish! So when I pause the game and I go over the settings, I'm curious. I can't find the difficulty because I'm trying to wonder why I'm able to strip the ball so easily. I can probably walk away with quite a few steals in this game if they, you know, just off the dribble steals. Ooh, look at that crossover. I'm slashing and I'm getting layups.
And the layup is good.
When you beat your defender in this game, you don't really know that you beat him. Like, you don't see him stumble or he gets blown out of the way like you do in 2K. So it doesn't look as beautiful, but
Beats the defender.
how did he beat him? I didn't see him beat anybody. So they said he beat the defender, but he didn't. He just ran straight at him. And Smith is just going to back away and move right out the way, like uncontested. Look at this. These are the kinds of things that I talk about in live that have to be adjusted in terms of defense. There's no way. I mean, it happens in 2K, but it's very rare that you see a player just run straight at a guy and a guy just don't even contest. And this is his defensive assignment. You know, he just stands there and just lets him go right by like he doesn't even care that he's going to take this layup. 2K does suffer from those areas too. It's pretty frustrating when it happens. But that just looked really bad. Well, I lost him again.
Move into the paint. Jump shot won't go.
To give it to Melo. Wish I could get more assists, but nobody's moving around. And look at this. He holds the ball forever. Look at the center has position. Get in there and get that bucket. There you go.
Ball comes loose.
And look at that. I can't see anything, but I know I stripped him. Don't do it. No movement. Barely no movement from their side. I'm not talking about our side. The guys have to be constantly moving. That's how basketball's played. Even if there's some basic regular play, it needs to be done. Those animations look crazy. What was that? This is very strange. I don't know what happened here. Trying to get position. My man puts his hand up and then puts his hand down. I guess he just didn't want the ball. And, you know, that's no good. What's going on here? Good screen. I'm going to the rim. Nope. Wide open shot. The screen is extremely successful in this game. You set a pick in this game and you're going to be open. Look at that. That's the wrong way to dribble the ball.
Shoots it for two. It's good.
I would love to see more post-game animations in NBA Live 16.
Has been able to establish any type of offensive rhythm. There's just too many missed shots.
I need to see that again. Right here, I'm going to give Roberts a little bit too much space, and he's going to go for a layup damn near behind the free throw line. Look at this. Look at this. Right here, he takes off from right here. That's crazy. And it looks like a nice layup at first glance, you know, but he just took off from so far with barely any momentum. That's the kind of thing that happens in Live, and one of the things that I definitely want to see improved for Live 16. He did one dribble, and then he just literally took off. And does this happen in 2K? Yes, sometimes it does, but nothing like this. Like, the animations don't look like this, so you can't just take off and just make a layup like that.
Curls in.
Oh, he gets that thrown back. That's gonna get blocked too. Look at this leap. This is where he's gonna take his 2 steps. This is definitely a travel, but look at this. That's way too far for that animation to begin. It doesn't look like he had enough momentum to start off in. And then he could not finish under the rim. But look at this. Nobody grabs the board and he just stands there and looks at it. Look at this. He's not gonna make any effort to get this rebound. That's the kind of thing that I say that happens in Live, where a lot of players just stand around and they're not moving. The ball has to morph through his body, and he doesn't realize that it's an opportunity for him to grab a rebound. And then, you know, just kind of falls into the hands of my guy, which is also morphed through his body as well. It's things like that that I think that Live really needs to work on. Their animations, the computer awareness, the ball awareness. It looks weird.
Who was cold segment in our post-game show, and no one wants that to
look at that. Just lets him walk right by him. It wasn't a fake. He just got it and just went right past him.
3.5. Ball knocked loose.
Knocked it loose.
Great hands for the steal.
Carmelo Anthony for the oop. Oh no! J.R. Smith. All right, let's run some plays. We're gonna go with the empty. J.R. Smith down court. Melo sets the screen. I'm going to the rim. Slashing. I'm getting fouled. Gave me +3 just for driving to the basket.
First foul in the final 2 minutes.
Slightly late release, but I get it anyway. I don't remember choosing my animations at all. So I don't know what crossovers I have. Maybe everything's just generic. That's another thing that Live should really work on, is give people diversity in terms of the animations. Everybody has the same crossovers. At least that's what it seems like. I don't remember choosing my jump shot. I don't think I chose my free throw. Look at that. Those animations in the paint really need to be adjusted. One of the biggest areas of improvement that Live really needs to work on is the movement in the paint. Like that right there, he shouldn't even be able to gather. Like, there's no space for you to take these 2 steps. There's a body in front of you. So how does he do that? How does he even get the ball up? And how does both defenders just get moved out of the way? I'm looking at Dallenberg. Dallenberg gets pushed away. This is the way Live was last year for Live 14 and the way it is in Live 15. Look how far away. I understand Dallenberg's trying to get back over to his guy, Jefferson, but that makes no sense. Like, there's a guy going for a layup right in your face. Why would you run away from that? And on top of that, where does he get these 2 steps from? There's a body in front of you. You can't just get 2 steps. You're going to go straight up. You're not going to be able to do a full layup animation. So that's something that they definitely have to work on. Oh, I got that rebound. Look at that. J.R. Smith is doing spin moves into the body of the defender. It looks even weirder in this game. It happens in 2K as well. Good pass to Melo. Melo, you should shoot that. Go ahead, Melo, get buckets. What the hell is going on here? Shoot. Oh my gosh, he had so many shot opportunities and he didn't shoot it.
It's all come down to this.
What is this? He's just...
4 quarters complete. And
wow, he didn't even try to take a shot. We had the game. If Melo would have took the shot, Melo didn't want to take the shot. Go for that screen. I got between them. Layup, and I'm going to the line. Oh, I knocked it loose. Oh, and a slam. Where's the foul? And I couldn't really turn my body fast enough, but look at this. The defender doesn't get good positioning. Look at the way the defender. Look at Zeller. He's going to go under me, but I'm going to be flying right over him and dunk the ball. And I didn't choose these animations. These are just generic dunking animations, but that still should have been a foul. Look at this. He knees me in the balls. Look at the contact. Come on, Zeller. Right there. Oh, man. He gave me a jiu-jitsu knee to the chest. Oh, get that out of here. No. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. You don't have that much time. You got to score. What are you doing? What kind of shot is that? Oh, I got the rebound. Where's Carmelo Anthony? Played a few games already, but looks like we're not winning this one. And he hit that. You would think they would just hold on to the ball. So I had a pretty good game. It wasn't excellent, but it was an 82. That's pretty good. So one of the things I just wanted to say was that it'd be nice to have an option to where I can modify my jump shot, my free throw, my dribble moves. It seems like everything's way too generic. And that's the reason why there's not a whole lot of depth to this mode, this Rising Star. Or at least the reason why it doesn't capture my attention. I would really prefer them to elevate that particular area. And if Live 16 doesn't have that, it's going to make even the multiplayer seem kind of dry because everybody's going to be playing exactly the same virtually. And you don't want that. You want everybody to be significant or be different. And see, there's no real area. If I go to play style, there's not much I can do here. There's not a whole lot that I can change. I can't make this player be any different from any other generic player. But then again, there is no real multiplayer or competitive multiplayer in Live 15, so that's an expectation that I have for Live 16. So if any of this stuff makes some sense to you guys, smack the like tab to show your support, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll definitely be back with my opinions and my thoughts on these type of games, definitely in the future for NBA Live 16, for you guys lead.
Got it.
You still got to play like one more.
God legend.